There he is. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of Two Man Tactics. My name is Dilo. Today we'll be playing another game of Door Kickers 2, and like I said earlier, I'm going to be playing it in such a way that I only use two operators. This video it will also be a little bit different in that I usually do a pre-game lookover of the map chronologically before I roll into the hit. This part of the playthrough, however, today will be at the end of the video. So if you're interested in how I break down the map in detail before I roll into the raid, that'll be where that is. Also, by the way, if you're one of my 1 to 4 a.m. night owls, happy to see you back on the channel. And I'm probably out there with you too, calming a kiddo at 1 to 4 in the morning. So without further ado, let's get right into the raid. Alright, let's get right into it.
Lock and load. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Alright, so in the pregame, which if you watch the end of the video, you'll get to see also, I decided that I would be going this way first as a primary strategy and this way next as a secondary strategy. It just in brief. So let's actually move you kind of like this, and I want him facing that way while we slowly take this. And I'm actually going to go off the go quiet, and I'm going to turn on the thumbs up for killing, and on both of them. It looks like we're kind of clear that way. I'm curious to try to pan out this way just to get deeper eyes while this guy takes this angle. Just very carefully taking this angle as well. I'm trying to like min-max my guys here in that there's only 2 of them and we've got a lot of space to cover. Okay, continuing to watch this angle. I think I'm just gonna kind of play this. I kind of want to clear the outside a little bit before delving inside. Now we do know that our other spawn was up there, so we are more than likely clear that way and clear this way. I think we're more so just looking for somebody possibly here or here, if anything, on the outside. So I'm going to try to get eyes over there very carefully. And this guy is silenced, so we are golden in terms of keeping our stealth to ourselves. Okay, yep, we're clear out here. I think we're going to roll this way and hustle.
All right.
Now that may have alerted somebody there, just kind of thinking out loud, but we'll see. Alrighty. Okay, now that we're here, let's pause it. Now that we're here, we're gonna start to see into that window, and you are gonna come out to where he is and take that door. Okay, nobody in the window. Can we just go through here? Okay, but we're going to hand open the door instead. That way we don't make a whole ton of noise. When you hand open the door, I'm going to have you go like this, though. Okay. Okay, nobody yet. That wouldn't be half bad to like close the door behind me. That way in case they do flank, they can't flank all the way around without me hearing, because the door would open and then I would hear them. Alright, that's our first casualty. I'm gonna try to like creep up and take that door in case they start rushing this way. Now, we haven't been able to check down there yet, but I figure they are going to be there. So I'm gonna want this.
Tango down.
Okay, good stuff. Good clicks, good clicks. Just have him still panning that doorway. I'm gonna have to move this guy over to take up the outer door, I think, because if there is anybody there, cool, this is entirely clear. Now I'm gonna have him open the door while the other guy is holding the door, and then have him pan in. Hopefully there's nobody right there, because that would just be hurtful. And I'm gonna clear the one angle that we can't really get. Now I am also thinking about up here right now, because yes, we started over there, but who's to say there wasn't a guy right there having a smoke break or something? I don't know. So I'm a little bit wary of that. Oh, there we go. The door swung. I'm gonna have him go to there. Fuck. We missed him. We missed him. We missed him. We missed him. Cool. Alright, we're clear in there, I think, entirely at this point. I'm going to have him swap to looking over there just real quick. I'm going to have this guy come in and clear this. Actually, I'm going to have you come here as fast as possible, and then also come into here and hold that. So, running, let's go. Alright, that near corner is absolutely clear, and we're going to ride this car here to give us some cover. No, I need you looking this way, please. Okay, cool. So we have made entry into the building now. I'm going to have him come here, and I actually really do think that closing the door wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, now like the windows are still open, but that's literally one last thing that I have to worry about in a way. And it'll also give me an audio cue for if they are coming out that way. Okay, I'm gonna have him continue to pan backwards actually, and really use the strength of our night. Actually, our night vision isn't anything right now. We're inside in the light. But I always feel like longer angles are better angles. Okay, now we know that that door is open. I'm gonna have him come this way, him come this way. They're both still staring at the doorway. We're gonna move. Just have them come up together. And now we're gonna have them come in together. Have this guy pan out. Okay, this guy can't. Yes, he can. He can still see. It almost looked like, oh, it's this door. This door is in the way of this guy. That's why there's such a small angle there. Okay, have this guy come around, and it's really on Space Bepe here to carry this door here. I don't super like what we're getting into here, but at the same time, I feel like, ooh, this is the middle of things. Okay, we've got one guy dead. I'm going to, because I really just want this. I want to come in and flip this, and he won't see over there until there. Okay. And have him come in and kind of hold that. This might be way too risky. Okay. Sweet. We got the one guy that was in there. Let's continue to have him come on in. Fantastic marksmanship there. And I'm going to actually have him come in and plate. That way I can have Space Bepe disable the lights. We're just going to be like staring at these doors. Just like that. Just holding that while we take out the lights here. Okay. At this point, I fully expect somebody to come rushing out. No? Okay. I feel like I would check the breakers, you know? Alright, this is a dead end that I feel like we should possibly clear from the outside. But I also feel like that'd be kind of dumb. I want to get these reestablished. A door opened. Okay, he opened the door for me. That was a little bit unsafe what I just did there. I just really wanted to check the door behind me. I'm gonna have him kind of pull in a little bit. They're a little bit overlapping. Actually, no, it would be really cool to be able to like huck a nade into there, I think.
Frag out! Take cover! X-ray down!
Got somebody. Have him pull back again. And then I think we actually want to pull forward and we want to take that, really, you know, and like just assure that we've gotten the best of them. Nice, good plate by a Hypnotic Ranger. We're just gonna have him continue to roll in. All right, we've cleared that corner. We're gonna immediately spin around. Gonna have him come back a little bit. Oh my god. I'm gonna have him take off the weight order here because we are running into S-vests. There are a ton of open doors now. Okay, we're gonna have him take this and pan it. Good stuff. And then I'm going to have him take this and pan it. Ugh. Okay. This is just madness. There are so many guys in here. Okay, I'm gonna need to work another plate. That door is open. Got two more from there. That's a longer angle. I'll show you. Yeah. I'll show you. Okay, which way is the easier take? I think we go this way, and we take that way. Oh man, but look at those small things over there. I'm nading that for sure. In fact, I should nade more things. I'm gonna nade this for sure. Ooh, and I'm going to GL that. Kind of open those doors too. Yeah, let's try.
3, 2, 0, out! Throwing frag! Clear!
We saw somebody else. Did he die? Where the GL was throwing? There he is. Okay, let's before we forget about it, let's toggle that back on because that really saves me sometimes for sure. Okay, I'm gonna have. No, let's wait on that. I need to instead have him come up this way. You know what? I'm gonna use these doors, right? Because it cuts off line of sight really hard. I'm gonna have him watching that until he gets to there. Then I'm gonna have him watching there until he gets to there. Cool. Cool. All right. Very nice. We've taken that. We're going to take this. We're going to roll still this. Do you see somebody? You do. Oh, that's not good. They are rotating like mad. Have them continue rotating around. What's really neat is that at the same time that...
Affirmative.
Let's have him do this. Nice. Oh, well, at the same time that, yes, we're open to a lot of stuff happening, a lot of angles happening right now. At the same time, we have completely locked ourselves off. You know what I'm saying? They have to go into either this gun, or they have to open up that door, or they have to go into this gun. And there's no way that they win that. Okay, let's continue. And I think I'm going to H-type grenade that doorway. Also. Fantastic work over here. Man, that Scar Elf just sounds so nice. Okay, because I wanted to start clearing this. And in order to one-man clear this area, I need the lines of sight open well before I get there. Also for this, I'm gonna need... You know what? Yeah, that's too many angles for one person. So I'm gonna have to have this guy come around. Alright. Good stuff. Comes around. And then I'm gonna have him come this way. And up going here. Okay. And then I need to have him go here, him go here. Okay, good flip. And then have him roll that, and have him roll that. Okay, we know there's nobody there anymore. So let's make sure that we face that doorway. And let's continue to roll this. I need him definitely watching this. I need him watching this for now. And then when we get to like here, we need him watching that. Alright, nobody in there, nobody in there. So it looks like we wouldn't have even seen anybody in here, just from how they've been. Okay, well that's good. So now we've taken that. I think that we work... I think that we work this way, actually. Okay, and then we're gonna have him just swing that door real quick. Alright. Gonna have him continue to hold like that, and we're gonna have him come up. And pan a little bit more. And then I'm gonna H-type grenade that guy because I don't like it. There had to have been somebody there, and now hopefully he isn't anymore. He might just be back there, even still. Oh my god, dude. I was hoping that the H-type would take out that door. I'm gonna have to kick it. We're gonna have to get a little bit risky. There's nobody there. Just the vacuum cleaner. And who said look out? I don't like that.
You got it.
We got this. Okay. Good stuff. We're gonna just pie this. And we're gonna take that. Okay, good stuff. And we're gonna just, you know, continue. We're gonna continue pieing that. And when we do that, we're going to also maintain eyes on that breach. Oh!
Good job.
That was
Mission
it!
complete.
Fantastic. And a clean run. Alright. That was a great run. Let's go ahead and watch the replay. Alright, let's get all cinematic. Ooh. And then let's get this going. We got our two boys out here. They're gonna take on this entire compound. Let's get into it. So at first we just kind of work these angles. There wasn't anybody outside in actuality. There wasn't anybody out here, it looked like. But you can't be too careful, I feel, in a lot of these things. Especially when I only have two guns to look at anything at any given point. Alright. And then we start taking this way. We get into this area. Start taking guys out. There are 2 in there. Only 2. Not 2. A very quick take into the garage. This is when the door swings, I think. Yeah. Really, there was a guy that got past there. Yeah, that we had to come back for when that door swung. And then closing that door because I thought it was a pretty decent idea. You know, it would give us a sound cue, I think, of some sort. And then we really just decided to go right into this 4-way, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way intersection. This is ridiculous. Under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't have done this, but we were really working with just minimal manpower, so we got to take risks. Okay, and then oh yeah, this door swings. Dude in the suit comes out. I don't know what kind of gun that is on some kind of SMG. Another guy in there. Oh, got it with a grenade. Another guy came out while we're clicking. And then, oh my god. Just, our clicks are on point. Clicks were on point. Clicks were hella on point. I think he just barely got missed by a grenade there. Yeah, there he is. Did this flip? I did really like using the doors to try to cut off quick lines of sight, because it seems like our characters can just walk through open doors, but see through it. We actually didn't need to do that because the last guy I think was here. Yeah, if we just walked down this way, we would have gotten him also. Just really trying to work our angles, trying to clear everything. I really like working toward dead ends, like this one, like that one, to kind of cut off pieces of the house that we're taking in small sections. There we go.
Mission complete.
A wonderful clean run. Another good 2-man tactics. If you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for giving me a watch. This is where we're going to be getting into the pre-game analytical part of looking at the map. I'm going to be breaking down how I think I'm going to be going at this map strategically, how I'm going to be outfitting my troops also, and then trying to put it together some semblance of a plan for us to start this hit off with. But chronologically, this is happening before we get into the map, but if you're watching this, you're already at the end of the video. So once again, thank you so much. Well, let's get into it. Alright, so just looking at it right here, mostly indoors. We're going to have some long lines of sight, but not as much as we would usually like with our sniper gameplay. But that also brings up a good point. I wonder if I should, well, what I should do is turn down the music volume. Alright, cool. This brings up a pretty good point. It looks like we can start over there or over there. So I already know for a fact that there isn't going to be anybody at least here or here. But who's to say they won't be here? This is just an eliminate all terrorist. So we do have clean run active, which is if you get through the map without getting hurt at all, this will be achieved, and that'd be kind of neat. You know, you can always go for that. Let's see. A house being used to hold hostages needs to be cleared out. The hostages have barricaded themselves in the second floor. Clear the main floor so we can get them out. I don't see any stairs. I don't see any stairs. How are they on the second floor? Just, you know, like, oh, there it is. They barricaded themselves there. I don't know how I didn't see that. Looks like they also, either one of them died or an enemy already died there. So I'm going to assume that they're also going to be, like, the enemy is going to be in disarray about what's going on right now. There's a glass door, a lot of open windows here. So we got to be cognizant of all of the angles that are going to be happening instantly if we decide to go over here. If we go here on this area, we've got a gate that we could go in that way for. We could use this window to like clear there pretty nicely, and also clear that far corner, so we'd be able to like clear that out. We would have to be cognizant of somebody trying to rotate this way though. And I mean, honestly, if we go in this way, we can get the lights right away. If you're new to door kickers, this is a fuse box. So if we take this thing out, we take out the lights inside the house. And that really goes into our benefit as we try to clear the rest of the house. I think that we do start over here. I think this is the better play in terms of us only having 2 people. If I had the full, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I had the full 6, I would probably set a squad here of at least 3. I'd probably do 3 and 3 then. 1 to look that way, 1 to look that way, and 1 to start engaging near targets. But because we only have, and then I would have like the other 3 over here to start clearing that way and blah blah blah, right? But because we only have 2, I think this is too risky of a play. There's too many angles that are open to us at the same time, and we can kind of start moving our way whichever way we want here, choosing our battles a little bit more. So let's see, let's have, who shall we use today? We had these guys in for last time, so we won't use them this time, and we had myself and wifey for the time prior. So let's shift things up, and let's bring the boys. Let's bring the boys. We got there. No, wait. No. Where are you? Where's the other boy? There he is.
All right.
We bring the boys. So we got we got a grenadier, and then we got an assault. I think this will be okay because it's clear hostiles. So we kind of we're free firing. They shouldn't be on the first floor. So we'll bring the GL. GL silenced with the L-can, and then we need to change these out to some actual optics for his secondary. We've got nods on, we've got plates on, we've got 1 door charge. I think we're going to swap that out to let's do some H-type grenades. I like those. Yeah, let's have some of those because we got hella frag grenades on the back. And then he's got 1 IFAK, 1 lockpick. He's got in total 5 grenades. All right, let's look at the other one. We've got a demo charge, 2 H-type grenades, 3 frags. We've got L-cans, silencers. Nice. Maybe instead of a demo charge, if we bring some medkits and run into some issues, that might be helpful to have the medkits up there. But I think we could do a 9-banger. We'll bring some 9-bangers. Yeah, that sounds really nice. Bring some 9-bangers with us here, because that means that we can like clear into there or into there with some high intensity flashbangs. We've also got this door. How are we going to be getting into this garage? I think that we kind of move our way this way and clear that window, hold that door, and then also the person that's holding that door will also be kind of looking at that angle. And then yes, we'll take this way first, because that's also a huge portion of this house that then we can kind of thumbs up to ourselves that we got. Other secondaries, like say that there's too much going on down this way and we need to bail out, I think it's a very careful running this way, because that's the front door. It straight up says welcome. And so I think it would be kind of open these windows, hold that angle, and clear out this from outside, and then slowly pan this way to clear through there, because they're probably going to swing that door. They might try to flank this way, and that would be hurtful. So first plan is going this way, but if in case that doesn't work, we're gonna try to go that way, and we might do a little bit of both just so that we can pick some guys off. Okay, well, alright, if you've made it to this part of the video, that means that you have watched all of it, because chronologically this is going to be happening. Chronologically in terms of the video, this is going to be happening at the very end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends. This has been a whole lot of fun. And if you don't mind hitting me with a subscribe or a like, I would very much appreciate it. But until next time, laters.